Hey, Chris. Are you familiar with the 1996 smash hit by the Suicide Machines called New Girl? It was featured in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, and maybe 5 and 6.
What was
Are you
like the
familiar?
theme song? No, I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with it.
Well, I can't wait to tell you about my new friend. He can't wait to tell you about his new friend. It's really important, and I can't wait to show you.
I can't wait to tell you all about it. All about the new girl. Tell you about his new girl. And I can't wait for you to hear me shout it out.
So your
Yeah.
new favorite friend now is this newish, I guess. It feels very
Newish.
new to me. Called Accent, Color, and CSS. There's been a good amount of, like on CodePen, I've been seeing pens using it and clever ideas and blog posts and stuff. People are talking about it. And to me, I guess when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, cool. You can like make a checkbox pink now or whatever. And I gave it a little bit of a shrug because I'm like, that's good. I'm like in favor of it, but it's not particularly life-changing to me. And only in the last like 5 minutes, you're like, yeah, but it actually is to me.
It's
As a
very
design
life-changing to me.
systems lord, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, like, so let me get this started. I'm gonna add an accent color to my room. One second. There
Yep.
we go. So it's all about accents, right? Like you gotta have them, right? Or if you don't, you're gonna look stupid. And so it's really important just the ambiance, the glow to match your brand. You know, we're all personal brands these days, so you really gotta just lean into it. You know what I mean?
Well,
So-
that's the obvious thing. Oh, I like that pink is your color of choice there. That was good synergy. But yeah, so I would just do this right off the bat. Can I do it at a global level? Like literally the brand color for Shop Talk Show is orange. Should we probably have like HTML accent color orange on our website or whatever?
We totally could. And so like we
Yeah.
could do it anywhere. And so this is what's cool. Just set up like a normal form, right? But you can just do
Accent color orange. That's
and
very
then
easy.
it'll kind of look at that.
Ooh.
And we get some bonus color contrasties. So
Okay.
like it kind of says like, oh, let's give it sufficient contrast. So that's kind of cool. There may be a way, I think in the future I saw like a spec, like you could like supply two colors, like a foreground and a background. But right now I think it's just the foreground in my
Didn't
test.
we talk about that back in an audio shop talk show about the color contrast function and how cool that is? But you don't need to
Yeah.
use that here, although you probably could because that function just returned a color.
Yeah, you probably totally could. And like there's ways to do kind of light and dark mode. I mean, there's like this whole like
Well, what happens? What if you make that field set background orange? Is it gonna like ignore then your accent color?
let's see. Yeah, field set, backdrop visibility filter, background. Orange.
Yeah, because now that theoretically those will fill orange, and then there'd be bad contrast.
There would be bad contrast. However, like the
You get the
check
check
and the
mark, so-
circle still, this probably does not pass your sufficient contrast, like 3-to-1 kind of thing. So I would probably not
That could
do
be
that.
worse,
but
though. All
but
right,
what's
so there's two colors always because there's always some. It's not just color that changes here. There's the little check mark too. Okay. And I see
Yeah.
you get. So what's the checklist? You get the most noticeable one there was the progress bar. That's really cool because man, I'll tell you on CSS Tricks there's like 4 blog posts about how to style that mother sucker.
yeah, and we just solved it. And you know what I was thinking too? Like, I don't want to get into like writing a whole bunch of JavaScript, but you could kind of come down, I don't know, like here, and then we could do like progress, right? And then we could like use whatever classes or data attributes, but you could just be like progress. This is like a password strength meter, you could do or here, watch this progress, and then you go accent color var status or something like that. I don't know. We're just
and then
messing
you
around
change
here.
that status. Oh, this is clever. Go
Yeah,
on.
and then you could just be like status is green, and then and just to see what that would look like here, we could just do like that, and like now your
Yeah.
password is strong, and so like your you're just adding a little few classes. You're not like kind of reprogramming the whole world, you know, like
Right.
that is
Maybe you could use a little
red.
pseudo element too to have visual, to have something other than color indicating the strength. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So you could just kind of like, you know, and based on like whatever the number of characters, basically, you know, say like, is it good, bad, or whatever. And then you get into like whatever input, like these.
Yeah.
Or here, watch this. This is going to be my new jam. Where
Type
this
equal.
checkbox in.
Look at you
type
saving some
equal.
typing.
Oh, I have just combined some selectors. Radio, and then like, you know, that thing, like you could do like width, whatever, 2 rem, height, 2 rem. I think you can like now kind of like juice these boys up.
What?
So we're kind of in a really good form place. Like in the past, you'd have to like,
You juiced those boys.
yeah, those are a little too big, but hear me out. 16 pixels is maybe like too small, like accessibility wise even. But like this is really kind of cool. I feel like for me, I do a lot of design systems, a lot of major companies, popular pizza chains or whatever. I've written tons of code to like hijack and split in SVGs for on and off states and all this stuff.
Right.
Like I've done a lot of heinous CSS crimes, and this is so lightweight and so good. I feel like we're in.
Yeah, you're
maybe
like using a selector, selecting it and styling it. What? On a form?
This is just for me. It's like I'm in like the pinnacle, the greatest CSS age there's ever been, because this is just so easy. This is so easy. So few lines of code. No one's like, oh, did you do this PNG preprocessor? Blah blah blah. You know, like that's all gone. That's a thing of the past. I didn't
Right.
have to optimize a single SVG. I just changed one CSS property.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the things that people are talking about though with this thing is how it hangs out with color schemes. Have you diddled with that yet?
Yeah, so let's play with that. So I kind of was getting into it here, but let's see. So there's like root, right? And then you do like color scheme, light, dark, and this is sort of
Yeah.
like saying like, hey, I have a light theme and a dark theme on my
Yeah,
website.
and it was a little
right?
confusing to me why you have to do that, but you totally do, don't you?
It's weird. But then in your wherever you want, you know, you can just say color scheme light, and that's like the default. But you could just kind of say in your form like color scheme dark and
Not color dark.
Sorry,
Really?
color scheme. Sorry,
Scheme.
I said color scheme and I typed color.
Oh my gosh.
So now you're kind of using the default browser like dark themes. You know, but if you wanted to like,
without using like a media query to even check.
right. And so, yeah, so it's using like the dark inputs by default here. So that's kind of cool. I mean, like, I don't know. I have a design system or a product I'm working on, and we just did the dark theme and stuff like that. And I had to like reskin all the inputs, and that was kind of a major bummer. It just adds a bunch of code. It adds a bunch of selectors and stuff like that. So anyway, this
Yeah.
is really neat. I was also going to do like an input type equals file. Div input type file. And then,
What are you gonna get there? Oh,
ooh, hello.
yeah,
Very
those are
nice.
extra super notoriously hard to style because
Right.
you don't get to pick any of that text and nothing.
Yeah, I didn't know if it would just kind of give me something cool, but it doesn't really. So, well, you know.
It could be
that's-
worse. Wow. Okay. Accent color. But how would you normally with a color scheme? You would write like prefers. What is it? Prefers color scheme dark, and then just change the accent color in there.
Yeah, at media prefers color scheme dark, right? And then you'd say whatever form accent color red or something like that, right? And then in Chrome, this is maybe a thing. You probably
An
can't
edge
see
to
this
it?
because I'm not sharing the right window. So
That's
well,
okay. You're going into your system preferences to change it.
Well, no, I'm actually just going into my Chrome preferences and then, or my Chrome Web Inspector, and then you
Yeah.
do like Command Shift P or Control Shift P, whatever the control palette is, and then you can
Oh.
do.
Can't you anchor it to your browser window right quick, or will it be weird?
I could maybe do that. Let's see here. Oh,
I like that you're a
no.
floating DevTools guy, though. It's really it says something about you. I'm anchored to the bottom all day.
That's actually from Shop Talk. Somebody said like you have to embiggen your DevTools, and it just stuck with me so much that I have done it for the rest of my life. So okay, it's in the rendering panel. So more
Okay.
tools, shish
Yep.
kebab, more tools, rendering, and then you have to drag that guy up, and then you go down to CSS Emulation.
I use this all the time for like, oh, please show me my
So-
print styles, but just
So now it's
right
in
the
dark,
browser window.
and that
there
did
you
not
go.
go well. But our accent color did change. So it's
What
probably because
happened?
it's because I put a background on this thing. So and so it's trying to change the text too, and then
To white. Whoa, that
it's
got
just-
dangerous right quick.
It's just yeah. Here I'll just kind of kill some things, and we're just playing.
Yeah,
I mean,
the more you
that's-
do it's one of those like universal rules. Like every line of CSS you add like can be a undoing of something accessible, you know?
Yeah, it's because I just started like stacking background colors, and then this just tries to do a binary flip on the text color and stuff like that. So you could, there's ways
Right.
to trick it, but it's pretty dumb. That's the color scheme, if you will. But
Yeah.
that was all color scheme making it weird. But if I removed like light dark color schemes, it would kind of work. But yeah, but anyway, let's say I just had this on here. I could change the form, and now it's here. So your
That
brand
blows
color
my mind
and
because
your
people
alternate
really
brand color.
super truly do this. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people out there that at the system level just flip on dark mode and they would prefer that you respect it, please. And look at how
Oh,
easy
yeah.
it is to do. I mean, I know we're
And I
talking
mean-
about accent color, not color schemes, but still, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, in my computer, I have it set up to where when it turns dark outside, it turns dark mode. You know, like I
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
dark mode. So like, anyway, accent colors, they're cool. It's new. Chrome 93, Firefox 93, Safari is a big old question mark. But you know, I think if we all say like, give it to me, they will work on it. So.
I think that's great. And I think the real story here is like what you said. Like I do design systems work. This changed what would have been lots of work into just a couple of lines of CSS. That's a big deal here. I would also note that in the just the blog post from Adam and Joey at the Chrome DevTools, or at the web dev blog, they pointed out a few interesting things. Like, sure, you can change the accent color, but it plays well with some other things. Like you've seen : marker in list styles, and you can just be like marker, also color pink, or you know. So
Oh,
now
yeah.
all your list bullets are pink too, and you didn't rewrite the universe to do that. That's great, you know. That's like these kind of type of things play together. It's just making our jobs just a lot easier, really.
Oh, neat. So you can just kind of like mess this up, huh? So,
Well, so just do ul : marker, whatever
oh,
accent,
marker.
and then you have to use color because it's text. You know, I don't think it's accent color. It's just like
color? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, red
Color
or
what?
whatever.
Red? Yeah.
I think it'll just make those bullets red. Oh, it better. Am I just wrong? Oh, because it's not the UL's marker; it's the LI's marker. It's like your.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
And then you can go, like do content and then like an emoji or something. Then the purple's not going to work, but content like a pseudo element
Content. Ooh, content.
or just a
And then we'll
character like a
go-
D or something, whatever.
There we go.
Now that's going to not respect your color, but it will be.
And it hates my lack of semicolons.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's awesome, huh?
That's weirdly easy.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
But I think that jives well with accent color because what you're really doing is those list bullets are really just an accent, you know?
Yep. No, this is cool. It's a cool future. I mean, how many times? I don't know. I have thousands of lines of form manipulation stuff in my history, and so this
Yeah.
is just great. So
Yeah, I'll never do
CSS
it again.
crabs.
You know, it's like there's enough here. You know, like, oh sure, I can't make your Lisp items like have a bevel and emboss on them or something, but it's like chill. They're purple, so enjoy.
Yeah, I did this in literally 2.5 seconds. So if you want me to spend more time on this, CEO of company, I can.
Open your wallet.
Yeah, but it's probably worth your money just to start here, and we can iterate going forward. So.
All right.